Hunter saves it. Hunter Hughes is coming around. Here comes Colton Garner. It's Hunter Hughes!
Turn 4 for the final time. Who's got more ponies? Checkered flag out. Bluegrass 150 goes to Ian Miller.
And welcome back to the Daily Dribble Podcast, guys. As always, I'm your host, Nick Zammit.
Good, get the name out there. It's like, hey, Joseph Newgarden, you're the guy with the sperm commercial. Yeah.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to week 5 of the Wednesday Night Dash series. Tonight, we're coming to you from New Hampshire Motor Speedway for the Granite State 80. And tonight's broadcast will have a little bit of a different tone to it, as we will spend a lot of time on the life and legacy of Kyle Busch, and we do have a couple of things planned throughout the broadcast, including a couple of tributes on lap 8 and lap 18, where we will silence the broadcast, as well as a couple of cars using Kyle Busch tribute liveries tonight, which we will go through all of those, as well as we head in here to the race. We'll also have 2 additional pace laps before the race begins tonight, which one will include missing man formation in tribute. But before we get into all of that, we are just wrapping up here with the practice session, as Mr. Tyler Cheney will finish this practice session in P1, it looks like. So we will head into qualifying here in a second. But let's take a look at your driver standings heading into tonight's race. Tyler Vickery, your current points leader. He's got 129 points after the first 4 races of the season. 6 points ahead of Colton Garner, who is in second, and then Tyler Cheney is in third with 118 points there. Nick Warboy in fourth, and then Mark Vickers rounds out your top 5 in the point standings. And then for your team standings, Team Extreme still with a lead in that category with 270 points. SMR in second with 245 points, so 25 points behind Team Extreme, and then JM Motorsports in third. They have 236 points. So as mentioned, tonight we are at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, located in New Hampshire, opened in 1990, just over a mile in length. and some slight banking here around the turns. And then, as always, here are your rules. 10 race season, 2 fast repairs every race. Races are run in approximately 45 to 50 minutes. We'll have cautions enabled tonight with up to 3 green-white checkers and NASCAR style point system. So Hunter Hughes with the early lead here in qualifying. So there's Chad Winstead. So he'll take the spot with a 30.604. Hunter Hughes second. He's got a 30.721. Just over a tenth slower. Couple of cars here left to run. Here's Tyler Rouse as he tries for his first lap. Crosses the line there, and that will be that's to begin his first lap, I believe. And he hits the wall and goes spinning. So that'll be about the end of his qualifying run right there. Here's Brian McKinney in the number 8 car. And sort of as mentioned, we do have a bunch of cars with liveries tonight. And those include Tyler Cheney. I'm going to try to find some currently on the track if I can here. Tyler Cheney, there he is in the M&M's car. Dawson Buchanan also in one of those M&M liveries. And then we do have quite a few more, and as I said, we'll go over those throughout the race here. We also have a couple of favorite memories of Kyle Busch from most of our drivers, which we'll also go over as the night progresses. But Chad Winstead currently on provisional pole. Only a couple cars left yet to qualify. So let's see if we can pull one of these guys into the broadcast booth here. I'd like to pull one of the guys with a Kyle Busch memory. See if we can find Hunter Hughes in here anywhere. Here we go. Hunter Hughes from AMA. Hey, Hunter, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, Hunter. So coming into this race here, starting second behind Winstead. You're currently 8th in the points. Just a couple of points separate you and Tyler Cheney up to 3rd. So what are you looking for here in tonight's race?
I'm looking to be consistent. This is a racetrack where if we get a long run, consistency is key. Hoping to get a good jump on the restart here and get to the front. Gonna be riding for Rowdy tonight. Feeling pretty good to be in the number 18 car. Let's hope we can see you in victory lane.
And then also, you did have a memory of Kyle Busch that you shared that you wanted on the broadcast. If you wouldn't mind sharing that with everybody here before we start the race.
So I went to the Michigan Cup race in 2024. And the Chevy was having a display where a couple of different drivers were doing some interviews. And one of those drivers was Kyle Busch. And it started raining really hard. If you remember, that race actually got postponed until Monday. But yeah, so I ended up sitting and waiting for almost 3 hours for him to come out in the pouring rain, and I had a 3-chi die cast, and I had him sign the box for it.
That's awesome. All right, Hunter. Well, thanks for sharing with everyone, and again, good luck in the race tonight.
All right, thank you.
So there was Hunter Hughes, again, one of the drivers with a Kyle Busch memory. So as said before, we will take an extra 2 pace laps here. One will be the missing man formation. And while that is happening, well, normally we would take this time to sort of go over the starting lineup, but we will wait for that here tonight. So as the pace car pulls off, we will see the missing man formation proceed here. As the 60 of Chad Winstead will drop back. So the pace car is off, and we will go green with Tyler Cheney taking us to the green flag, 3 wide into turn 1 as Tyler Cheney goes to the high side. A little bit of contact there from Hunter Hughes on Tyler Cheney. But Chad Winstead will pull out to the race lead. As the caution flies already. So a couple cars here in pit lane. I was trying to see what happened on that wreck. And I'm not sure why it did not pop up. That there was a wreck. Alright, but anyways, so Chad Winstead will restart here from the lead once again. As the pace car will be off this time by to begin lap number 6. So caution came out, I believe, in the first lap right there. As we come around turn 4, pace car pulls off, and we are back to green. Good jump there by the inside line as Chad Winstead goes back to the race lead. Tyler Cheney right behind him, and then Hunter Hughes there in the third spot. Hunter Hughes is going to look to the inside of that number 1 M&M's machine. Gets a little loose there out of turn 4, and he's going to drop back, not able to complete the pass as Tyler Cheney will go to the inside here of Winstead, side by side down the back straightaway. Tyler Cheney back to the inside through 3 and into 4. As Tyler Cheney will, I believe, or never mind, he won't lead that lap. Still side by side here, and here comes Hunter Hughes. He's going to look to the inside. Not a good enough run though, as he'll fall back just a couple of car lengths. As the number 1 here of Tyler Cheney is able to clear and make the pass on Chad Winstead for the race lead on lap number 10. Here's Hunter Hughes. He's going to look to the inside of Winstead now. Hughes looks back to the inside through 2. As he goes side by side for second, as Cheney tries to pull away. And with all this battling going on, that's going to allow Colton Gardner to start gaining a little bit of time on these two. He's about a second and a half back right now. But if Hughes and Winstead keep fighting here, we should see that gap to them continue to drop. As we will wait till lap 18 here, and then we'll go through and take a look at some of these Kyle Busch liveries. Well, Hunter Hughes still looking to make that pass on Chad Winstead, still not able to get it done. Gonna try to the inside here one more time, but just not able to get the run there out of the corner when he goes to the inside. We look in the back here just a little bit. There's a battle for 5th. It's between the number 9 of Jax Malin, as he's being hunted down by Jacob Barker in the number 2 car. Barker's going to look to the inside there, the number 9, but not able to finish the pass. So lap number 17 here for Tyler Cheney. as we'll go silent here for lap 18. And so with that, we will go through here. And we'll take a look at a couple of these Kyle Busch liveries here. And we already interviewed Hunter Hughes earlier. So he gave us one of his favorite memories of meeting Kyle Busch. And if you missed that, he said, I think back in 2024, I forget what track he said, but there was a rain delay, and he waited for 3 hours in the pouring rain just to get a chance to meet Kyle Busch and get an autograph. As Kyle was his favorite driver, and that just shows you how much he meant to tons of people out there. And then Harrison Santos here in the number 28. So he gets passed right there by the 89, who's a lap car. But Harrison Santos says his favorite memory is he once saw Kyle Busch win at Texas Motor Speedway during the round of 8 in 2020. While Kyle was driving the Skittles car. And he said that inspired him to go buy Skittles after the race. So Tyler Cheney, still your leader. As you can see him in his number 1 M&M Caramel livery. Same with the number 4 of Dawson Buchanan, who currently runs in 14th position. And another driver that we just talked about was Harrison Santos. As he's running the Rowdy Forever logo on the hood. Then a couple of more drivers with tribute liveries as well, which we'll go over later on here. As here we have Garrett Jernigan in the number 32. He's looking for a pass on Brian McKinney. That's for 15th position. as our caution flag waves again. Again, I'm not sure why it is not showing me where the incidents are happening. Because the ticker should show the green part of the top of the ticker should change to yellow when there's a caution. Here we go. Never mind, that was in practice. But that should show when there's a caution. And that's not, and also the timing screen is not, unless I'm just missing it. Okay, well, we should be going back to green right here. I am trying to find what that incident was for to show everyone. But we will look for it here in 10 laps during the stage break. But green flag back in the air. We do have another wreck, as that was the 21. Getting into it with the 24 car. Right off the restart here, the number 1, the 8, bunch of cars getting involved right here. See if we can go back and get a good look at this. So right when the pace car pulls off, believe it started with the number 1 car. Okay, yeah, I believe it started with the number 1 here of Tyler Cheney. Yeah, so Tyler Cheney just gets into JP Jones there. That's him spinning. And looks like the contact with the number 8 car, number 77 gets involved, the number 9. A bunch of cars here making their way down the pit road with repairs. As we got one lap till green here with just, it's going to be 6 laps to go until the stage break. As the we go back to green. 3 wide there for the race lead as Hunter Hughes is going to go to the front with just 6 laps to go in the stage. As the yellow flag will fly again. We have a big wreck here. I don't know why my session events thing here on the timing screen is like tripping out every time I try to look at the wreck. But once again, here was right off the restart. Looks like, oh, it starts way up here with the 40 car. Starts way up here with the 40 of Colton Gardner. Actually, the number 4 there, which looks like that is not sure who that is. Oh, I believe that's Dawson Buchanan. He gets into Colton Gardner, sends him spinning. He's going to send that 32 into him, and then we have a bunch more cars involved. Back up in the wreck ahead. The 77 ends up upside down somehow. That's Ryan Tripp here in the 77. We'll see what happened to him. Yes, he kind of just blinks out there. So can't really even see what happened to him, but looks like he uses a fast repair and he's right back out here as we're about to go back to green this time by. Yep, so the lights on the pace car are out, which means we're going green. Right here, it's going to be 2 laps for the halfway point and the stage caution, which is going to end up being about our 4th caution here in the last in the last like 10 laps or so. As the pace car will pull off and Hunter Hughes is going to take the green flag from the race lead. 60 of Chad Winstead right behind. And then John Miles there in 3rd. He's going to fall back by a couple of car lengths straight away. Oops. As Hunter Hughes with about 6 car lengths of a lead now. As he will take the green-white checker there to end stage 1. As I do apologize that that first stage there, for some reason my timing screen was being weird. I could not really find any of the incidents that were happening, but I think we got it fixed now. But so anyways, Hunter Hughes winning that first stage. Again, he's got 2 cars ahead of him in the driver's standings here, if we take a look at that. Yeah, so Hunter Hughes currently sitting in 8th, just 4 points, actually 8 points separate him and Tyler Cheney, who is in 3rd. And none of those drivers above him really, any of them running all that great tonight. So really good chance here for Hunter to make up some ground in the championship with a good finish tonight. As it looks like our pace car about to pull off, we're going to go back to green. So Hunter Hughes going to lead us back to the green flag just over halfway through these 80 laps from New Hampshire. And this is our second time in the Wednesday Night Dash coming to New Hampshire, the first time since trucks in the 2024 season, as Hunter Hughes is going to take the green flag. It's 37 laps to go. Hunter Hughes going to jump out to about half a car length of a lead over Winstead as we head into turn number 3 and then into 4. 2 wide through the rest of the pack, even 3 wide back here in a couple of spaces. That is the number 2, Jacob Barker, as he threads the needle, and he's going to go into 8th. Going to look to the inside of the number 8 car, which would be for 7th, as we got another spin. Here's the 28 car along with the 82. The caution back out. Seems like we can't get more than about 5 green flag laps here, as looks like DJ Fluck was involved in that, Ryan Tripp, Tyler Cheney, all involved in that wreck. As we'll see if we can see what happened here. We got a Tyler Cheney there in the number 1, so looks like right off the restart. Heading into turn 1. Oh, so it was the 28 actually. Yeah, it looks like the 28 that got into it first. That's Harrison Santos. There, so you see the 28, he just loses it and then he net codes. Net codes the 68, and that just causes a bunch of other cars to get involved. He goes hard into the wall. Actually, not too many cars involved because of that. Looks like only one extra car getting into it, and that was the 32. Right there. Back up front, though, Hunter Hughes is still going to lead. As he leads over the 60 of Chad Winstead. So Hunter Hughes is going to get the 1 lap to green. As the pace car's off and the green flag back in the air. Good jump there by the 54 car. So he'll lunge to the inside. He's going to go to second. Can't really get a run out of the corner though. And Winstead will take that position back. Just 31 laps to go is what it's going to be next time by. Hunter Hughes been up front all day as he continues to lead this race with Chad Winstead second and John Miles in third. Here is a battle for 7th, as that's Jax Malin in the number 9. Getting around Eric Richardson. So got a battle here for 5th, as we're 3 wide almost. In a turn number 3 is the number 4 car. That's Dawson Buchanan. He gets into the wall. as the caution is back out. Looks like it's for Tyler Lugo Vickery. See some contact with the number 19 and just absolutely comes back across the track. These guys coming onto the back straightaway. Yeah, just some contact. Puts the 24 into the wall. Then he goes back into the wall hard. Comes across and hits the number 19. Looks like it was just those two involved. But that's going to bring out the yellow once again. For about the 7th time today. So with 53 laps in, about 30, a little less than 30 laps to go. Hunter Hughes still with the race lead. As we will bring him in here to the broadcast booth and get a word with him. Hey Hunter, you got me? Okay, maybe Alright, so 1 lap to green here. Try to get Hunter Hughes in. But, he did not respond to anything. But we do only have 1 lap left to green. Gonna be 26 laps to go. Hunter Hughes has led a majority of this race. However, we just keep having caution after caution. But the pace car is going to roll off here once again. And for about the 8th time, Hunter Hughes will take the green flag. Hughes into turn 1. Winstead in the number 60. He's on the high side. He's going to look for a run here out of turn number 2. They were side by side down the back straightaway for the lead. Hunter Hughes with about a half a car length lead. But Winstead gonna look back to the high side as Hunter Hughes pulls a couple of car lengths ahead. So Hunter Hughes gonna go back to the race lead once again as the caution. So once again, Caution. Flag waves. Looks like this was Harrison Santos. Right off the green flag. Yeah, we can see him get hit pretty hard there into the wall. That was for the race lead right there. Yeah, but back to Santos. Because the 28 just gets pinched there by him. So that was just a 2x right there. And I guess the caution came, same thing happened. The 28. The 80 bounces off the wall. And that sends the 28 car spinning. But Hunter Hughes with the race lead here still, as we're going to have 21 laps to go. This time across the start-finish. So the pace car is off here. And the green flag flies once again. As we'll head into turn 1 side by side with Hunter Hughes and Chad Winstead. Hunter Hughes half a car length to the advantage. Winstead goes to the high side as he looks for a run here onto the back straightaway. And into turn 3 as we have another spin. Looks like it's JP Jones. And the caution is out once again. So I believe that was the 21 car here. No, actually the 32 car. Okay, never mind. It was the 68 car there of Wesley Fuge getting spun and put into the wall. As Hunter Hughes here will restart second. The ticker has Hunter Hughes. Well, the ticker has Hunter Hughes back in 21st, but that's wrong. Believe he is in second right now, behind Chad Winstead. As we'll see if we can find his position here when the caution came out. So yeah, it would have been right around there that the caution came out on Hunter Hughes. Would have been behind However, so Chad Winstead is your leader. Hunter Hughes has dropped to P21. I have no idea what happened to him. But he drops way down the running order, as he led pretty much every lap there. But the green flag back in the air, about 17 laps to go. Chad Winstead with a good jump there off the restart. The number 1, Tyler Cheney, he's going to go to the outside. Tyler Cheney able to make the pass to number 4. That's Dawson Buchanan. He gets spun out. We got another car into the wall. We got more spinning happening behind here. We got cars all over the place. And I don't know why every time I click on this car, it's like going way back in the timing. I'm going to have to figure that out. But anyways, Dawson Buchanan here in the number 4. We can see he just gets hit by the number 49 car, sends him into the wall. Car ahead of him goes into the wall. And I mean, we just got cars spinning everywhere here. I don't think we have a big enough camera to see everything happening here at once. Yeah, the number 9, the 89, the number 8 involved. That's Hunter Hughes. Looks like he gets a 1X out of it. But pace car has been very busy tonight, as Hunter Hughes, if we can go back to that last caution here, I do want to see what happened to him. So he went into the pits. I'm not sure why he went into the pits during that last caution. Looks like he just got 4 new tires and that was about it. Like I said, I really have no idea why he did that. But he is up a couple of positions there off of the restart. He's up to 15. But Chad Winstead here, we're going to have 13 laps to go. We'll see if we can stay green for any of these, as we've pretty much been pacing all night tonight. The pace car rolls off. Chad Winstead going to take the green flag. He'll pull out to a lead side by side here for second between Cheney and Barker. Barker is going to look to the inside, but Cheney with a much better run there through the outside and onto the back straightaway, as he's going to pull ahead into second by a couple of car lengths. That's going to leave Jacob Barker out in third, with Tyler Rouse right behind him. Cheney gonna look to hunt down Winstead here. Cheney looks to the inside, through one and into two. But Winstead's gonna pull away to a couple more car lengths to the race lead. Here's our battle for second. However, as Jacob Barker still gonna hold that position. By about a car length and a half there across the start finish. The gap from second to third, little over half a second right now. Winstead still your leader. He's been the leader for about 10 laps here after Hunter Hughes decided to head into the pit lane during that one caution. Here is Hunter Hughes. He's 3 wide with a couple of other cars. Just 10 laps to go. Hughes trying to make his way back towards the front, but without a couple more yellows, I just don't think he is going to have enough time. Winstead, your leader, 0.2 of a second over Tyler Cheney. Here comes Tyler Cheney, though, as we're side by side down the back straightaway for the race lead. Tyler Cheney is going to look to the inside of Chad Winstead. And Tyler Cheney, your new race leader, with 8 laps to go. Winstead going to go back to the inside, though, as he'll fight back to try to take this race lead. Back away from Cheney. Winstead goes back to the race lead. Hunter Hughes there in the back. He's made his way back up to 6th. Like I said, I don't think he has enough time. Little under 2 seconds behind here. 7 laps to go, as Cheney is going to fall way off the pace as the caution comes back out again. Looks like it was for Mark Vickers here. And Harrison Santos also looks like he was involved once again. So looks like we just have a car pretty much get sent down there into the apron, and he's going to rejoin right hand of the 28. Couple of the cars getting involved there. As Chad Winstead is going to restart here in the number 60. It's going to restart with the race lead. Hunter Hughes up to 6th. Watch for him here in these last couple of laps, as he is on the freshest tires out of anyone. Making that pit stop around lap 60. we got 1 lap to green here. We're going to restart with 4 laps to go. It's going to be Chad Winstead starting on the inside with the race lead. Tyler Cheney in second. Tyler Rouse in third. Jacob Barker fourth. Tyler Lugo Vickery sixth. And Hunter Hughes is going to restart there in that 6th position. Once again, Hunter Hughes is on the freshest tires here out of anybody. But is 4 laps going to be enough as the green flag flies? Chad Winstead with a great jump there as he's going to go back to the race lead. The 82. That's Tyler Rouse. He's going to look to the inside of Cheney as we have 1 car low and we have another wreck. It's the 89 as Hunter Hughes is going to dive to the inside to make it 3 wide, trying to gain some positions there, but the caution comes back out and we're going to be headed to an overtime. So here's a replay of this caution here. Looks like Dawson Buchanan into it. We had 1 car pretty low there onto the apron. Yep, here we go. Oh, we have a car get turned. We have the 89 get turned there. Yeah, Buchanan gets a 4X out of it. Couple of cars involved right there. So we're going to restart here. We're going to have 2 laps to go. So Chad Winstead will restart here from the race lead. Hunter Hughes, he did make it 3 wide there. Was not able to gain any positions though off that restart. Harrison Santos was just assessed with an end-of-line penalty. So he will start from the back of the field during this restart. As we're going to have 2 laps to go here. And what is the first green-white checkered that at least I have had the pleasure to commentate. Not sure if we ever had one in the series before. But Winstead once again going to restart from the race lead. Pace cars off. Green flag back in the air for 2 laps. If we have a caution before the white flag, we will go to another green-white checker. The 82 here, Tyler Rouse. He's going to look to the inside of Winstead. Tries to stay close there off of turn number 2. But he's going to fall behind. Hunter Hughes is going to make it 3 wide. For third as the number 1 car gets spun out. Hunter Hughes into third as the caution flies. I believe Hunter Hughes was in the 3rd spot. there when the caution came out. But so we're going to go to a second overtime here. Tyler Cheney there, here in that number 1, he restarted in. He was running third. He gets spun by the number 2 car. And about right at this point is when that caution came out. Looks like Hunter Hughes was side by side there for third. But I believe scoring is going to give it to the 24. So I think Hunter Hughes is going to start from the high side here. Once again on the fresher tires. As he's trying to make his alternate strategy work right here and come away with the race win. So that's going to put Tyler Lugo Vickery currently into third. Hunter Hughes will officially be scored fourth. Lights on the pace car should be off this time. And we're going to try this once again here. And see if we can decide a race winner here at New Hampshire in the Granite State 80. I believe this is our second attempt at a green-white checkered. So Winstead here with the race lead. Pace car rolls off. We're going to have 2 laps to go. Green flag back in the air. Great jump there. That time by Winstead. As we look to Hunter Hughes here. He's going to go into third. Right off the restart. The 82 will look to the inside of Winstead. But he's going to fall back behind. Hunter Hughes here in third. 24 is going to look to the inside of him, but Hughes is going to get a run here out of the corner. Finally, we're going to have 1 lap to go. Next flag is going to end the race. I don't think Hunter Hughes will have enough for the race lead as he takes a huge dive there into the inside. He's side by side, banging doors with the 82. We got a huge crash behind. We'll see if we stay green. Winstead comes out of turn 4. He's going to score the victory as we have another huge crash out of turn 4. Winstead's going to come away with the win. Hunter Hughes can't quite make his alternate strategy work there for the win, but he'll finish in second. And Tyler Rouse, who sort of just hung along for the ride there, will finish in third. As here's the 24 car. That's Tyler Lugo Vickery. All he had to do was take it to the finish, and he would have finished in 4th, but he loses it, and he's going to end up back in 14th. As you can see him limp it across the line right there. So here are your unofficial results for tonight. As Chad Winstead gonna come away with the win tonight. Tyler Rouse here, who we're being joined with in the booth, coming away with a third place finish tonight. First of all, Tyler, congrats on the podium. So kind of a complete roller coaster of a race here tonight. But kind of just walk us through there. I mean, pretty much the last 30 laps you'd run, 2 green flag laps and then 5 caution laps. And then trying to catch Winstead there, kind of not ever able to get a run there from the inside.
I knew I had better speed than what I qualified, but I just got caught up in the lap 1 stack up, ended up being a lap down, didn't get back to the lead lap till like lap 30. Was able to work my way back up through the field, and I almost got a chance for the win, but got tight out of left, and then when Hunter got under me, I just lost another chance to make a move because he was there. I couldn't run the line I wanted to run, so it's what it is. I'll take 3rd place. It's a good result, but wish I could have gotten 2 more spots.
Yeah, and then with all those wrecks tonight, pretty much only maybe 2 of them that I can think of happening near the front of the field. How'd you manage your way through those? Just making sure you didn't get caught up in anything else there after that incident earlier.
Luckily, with the early stuff I got caught up in, I was able to avoid the big wrecks at the front because I was all the way back, like outside the 20s. So the wrecks happened up front. I was able to just stay out, slowly get positions, and then by the end of the race, I was on older tires than some of the trucks around me, so I knew it was going to be an uphill battle, but pretty much I was just able to be far enough back in the field to miss the big wrecks, and then when I finally moved my way forward, all the wrecks were behind me, so a little bit of luck, I guess, on my side there.
All right, well, once again, Tyler, congrats on the 3rd place finish tonight. Way to bounce back there after the couple of early incidents.
Yeah, thank you, and congrats to Winstead. He just drove it harder, even though I think he had even older tires than I did, but I couldn't get by him. My teammates couldn't get by him, so he drove pretty much as perfectly as he could in those closing laps, so congrats to him.
All right, thank you, Tyler.
Thank you.
And then Hunter Hughes here finished 2nd tonight. You had the lead there for pretty much the first 50, 60 laps, and then we saw you take it down the pit lane. Walk us through there, your thought behind your, I guess, alternate strategy you had there tonight.
So I knew with the way that the cautions were flying pretty much every lap, track position was more important than tire wear. But at the time that I decided to pit, I was probably 30 or so laps on the tires, even though only probably maybe 15 of them were actually green. But I felt like I needed to do something different, and one of the restarts, Chad got a really good jump on me and was able to get around me, and then the caution came out immediately after that. So I figured just to try and get on a different strategy with Chad, I would come down pit road and put 4 on. It was a really bold strategy because all the wrecks were happening in the back of the field in the mid pack. So me doing that and choosing to go to the back was bold, but it almost paid off. Got caught a couple breaks there with not getting involved in the wrecks. I only had 1 incident point this entire race, and that was from getting into the grass to avoid a wreck. But man, coming to the end there, those green-white checkers, I feel like I couldn't let my car open up, and on the final green-white checkered, I finally got space to let the car roar. And if I had 1 more lap, I think I would have had a really good race for Chad there. But man, it feels good to get the 18 on the podium, and just wish it was 1 more. And had Kyle on my mind the whole night, and yeah, rest in peace to the GOAT.
And then, to be honest, there when you're restarting in, I think it was 6th, or I guess it was 6th with the second to last green white checkered. I knew you had a fast car, being on faster tires. Didn't really think you had enough time, I guess, to make your way up back into a podium spot. But I guess in the end, are you happy with your strategy, or next time would you do something differently?
Yeah, I think it paid off for sure, because I think I had eaten up my tires too much in that first long run that we had. So I think like once Chad got around me, I was going to be in the dirty air, and I think I would have dropped more positions and I wouldn't have been able to claw him back. So I think for me, finishing second was the payoff I was looking for.
Well, congrats again on the podium, and thanks for the interview.
Thank you.
All right, and then we're being joined here with your race winner, Chad Winstead. Congratulations on the win tonight, Chad. First of all, so there with about 30-ish laps to go, I believe you're running in second pretty much up until then, and then Hunter decided to pit there, and then you led those last 30 or so laps through all the restarts, whatever. So how'd you manage your restarts there through those last 30 laps and those 8 cautions or whatever? How'd you manage those restarts, making sure to keep the lead there?
Yeah, well, it was tough to get the lead away from Hunter. He was having really good restarts, and like you said, I just got a little lucky, got a good jump, almost jumped the start on him and got to his outside, and was able to take the lead. And then from there, the rest of those restarts, I mean, I knew I was on older tires than a lot of the guys, but a couple of them I had some pretty good pushes from the guys behind me. I would just mix up the strategy every restart, basically. I'd wait for the guy behind me to give me a bump. I'd see him coming in the mirror and just time the throttle. Or I would just, launch it at the line. So just mixing it up. A lot of cautions, unfortunately. I wanted us to have some green flag runs and have all strategies kind of play out, make for some exciting battles there. It almost worked out for Hunter. I was happy to see him make it back up to second where he deserved. And yeah, overall, just happy to be back in victory lane in the league, and happy that these guys put on a fun show for everybody out there. I hate that we had as many cautions as we did, but overall the finish there was pretty fun.
And then kind of same thing asked Tyler. Most of the incidents were kind of in the back of the field, but how'd you make sure to stay out of trouble?
Yeah, I mean, with as many cautions as we started rattling off, I figured it was just going to be a track position game. We had so many trucks on the lead lap. When Hunter came down the pit road, I was honestly surprised. I knew it could pay off if we got a long green flag run, and I do think that he would have gotten me if we had another couple laps in that race, or if it, that last caution didn't come out. But yeah, I just went with the strategy of track position reigns supreme. When you're running the top 3 at a race like this where we're getting a lot of cautions, it's all you can do sometimes.
Yeah, well, congratulations on the win tonight, and good luck next week. Cool. And in the rest of the races left in the season.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yep. Happy to get the win. Just like Hunter said, Kyle Busch is on everybody's mind, so this win's for him. Got Hunter to go up there and do a burnout with me since he's in the 18 truck. So thoughts are with the Busch family and all of NASCAR fans out there.
Yeah. Absolutely. And once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so there were your top 3 finishers for tonight. Just taking a look ahead here at the remaining schedule. Next week we've got a night race from Homestead, Miami, which will begin the second half of the season before a week off, and then heading to Rockingham before heading into the home stretch, the last 3 races of the season. So, as always, thank you, everybody, for tuning in and watching tonight. And we will see you next week at Homestead.